Hey guys, have you ever wondered what is the best way to feed a baby without pain or without soreness and make sure that they're getting all the nutrients that they need? In this video, we're going to talk about the best ways to latch babies for that deep, nice latch.
Mommy, did you know?
So first off, whatever position that you're using, whether it be cradle position or the football hold, cross cradle position, laid back, sideline, whatever it might be, it's always going to have a few of the same aspects. For one, the head, shoulders, and hips will be in alignment. For example, let's say I'm doing normal cradle. Let's say I'm doing the cross cradle. Let's say I'm even doing the football. The head, the shoulders, and the hips will always be in alignment. So think about this. Let's try to have your head, shoulders, and hips in there straight and you swallow. Okay, not so bad. Now try the exact same thing, but this time switch your head this way and try to swallow after turning your neck. As you notice, when your neck is closed, it's going to be a lot harder to swallow. So it's the same thing with babies. They're not really encouraged to eat that well if they are in a position that's not comfortable for them or if they're not in alignment. So you'll always want to make sure that that head, shoulders, and hips are always in alignment. The other thing is you want to think when you eat a cheeseburger. Now, we're not thinking like a single cheeseburger, we're thinking of a double or a triple cheeseburger. Now, you're around that cheeseburger, you literally have your hands around the whole thing, and what happens? And you gotta go over. It's the same thing with babies. That's why I like if you have one hand on each side of the breast. So let's say we'll have one hand on this side, the other hand around this side, so that we're kind of cupping it, just like if the baby is making a cheeseburger with our breast and they're about to attack. So we always have the baby is the hands on both sides. We always have the baby's head, shoulders, and hips are in alignment. And then we always have the baby's belly facing mommy's belly. If baby's belly is up, let's say a lot of times people try to do cradle, for example, like this, and the baby's up. What's going to happen to the head? The head's going to turn this way and it's going to close, and that's going to pretty much interfere with rule number one. So we want to make sure that the baby's belly is facing mommy, whether she's doing cradle, whatever it might be doing. Even if she is doing football, a lot of times people try to do football this way where the baby's up in the air like this and we try to put the baby. But as you notice, the baby's still going to end up having to turn the head. So that's why baby's belly is actually going to be facing you. Still both sides on both hands on both sides of the breast. Same thing as if you have the cross cradle position, both sides of the breast. So we have a few rules here for any latch position that you have. We have baby's belly to belly, baby's head, shoulders, and hips are in alignment. We have the hands on both sides of the breast. Another really huge one is that you do not want your hand around the head. A lot of moms, when they try to nurse the baby, they do one of these numbers, or they'll kind of go like this. But then what ends up happening is what happens when you put pressure on your head? You're naturally going to go, ooh, or you're just going to go like this. And how are you going to be able to get that extension in order to get to the breast? So for that reason, instead of putting my hand on the head like this, I'm going to put my hand on right around the shoulder blades. And I'm going to have just a little bit of support here on the ears. So for example, let's say I was doing the cross cradle position, which is very, very good, especially for newborn babies. What I'll make sure is we're belly to belly, our head, shoulders, and hips are in alignment. We have a hand on both sides of the breast. We have also the baby is very well supported. As you can see, my forearm is supporting the back. I also have another video on how to hold babies, and it talks about how much they need to be supported. Now, another big thing is that when babies' feet are flailing around, their natural tendency is to, oh no, I'm falling. They'll grasp on whatever they can in order to stay on mom or to prevent from falling. So by having that little support here or having a little pillow here and wrapping my arm around the baby so they're well supported and close to me, it's going to help to make sure that that baby is nice and comfortable as they're latching on. Then as we have both hands over here, tummy to tummy, head, shoulders, and hips are in alignment. I'm going to have my the actual latch on process, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna have my fingers so close. So a lot of moms will try to go like this, and what happens? Oh no, the finger is being blocked. So what I'm gonna do so I don't block the baby coming in is I'm gonna move my fingers back. I like the C position, but there's so many different other positions as well. But I have my fingers underneath the breast lifting up kind of like an underwire bra and kind of towards the baby. With my thumb, you can do a few things. One is you can kind of use your hand to tip the nipple up a little bit, or you can even use your thumb and bring it up like this to tip the nipple up. Now, when you tip the nipple up, what's gonna happen is the baby's gonna go like this to follow the nipple, especially if you express a little bit of your colostrum there. So you're going to express a little bit of your milk here, tip the nipple up either by kind of pressing this way or by taking your thumb and going this way. When you tip the nipple up, your baby's going to go up, and then you're just going to bring the baby to the breast as you fill in the baby's breast inside the palate. So what you're going to do, tip the nipple up, bring the baby up and over. And as you're bringing the baby up and over, you want to make sure the baby's mouth is not just over the nipple, but the areola also, which is that dark part of the breast, because the way that your milk supply works is by making sure that your baby is not just compressing on the nipple, but it needs to compress the areola and stretch the nipple. So if you're just on the nipple, you're going to be compressing the nipple, which does the opposite of what you want to do. So if you want to have a good letdown, you want to make sure that the baby's really nice, firm, nice wide open mouth with both of the lips flanged out, and then that will definitely help to get a better, nicer latch as well. So I hope that helped. In the comments, you can mention any of your favorite positions, or if there was a tip that really stood out to you. And don't forget to subscribe. I have so many other videos as well that can help you out tremendously.